All right, got a sale going out. This is a duck decoy made in Canada. I picked this up at a thrift store 3 weeks ago. I listed it and I paid $11 for it, and it ended up selling for $43 plus shipping. Good profit. I sold this Xbox 360 Dance Dance Revolution game dance pad by Konami. I got this in an auction lot 2 months ago with a bunch of guitars and video games and drums. My cost on this item was $5, and I ended up selling it for $30 plus shipping. So great profit. Some of these old dance pads can be worth some pretty decent money, so be on the lookout for them. Sold this 1986 Hasbro G.I. Joe Sergeant Slaughter action figure. I picked this up about a month ago on a baggy wall at a Value Village, and my cost on him on all the figures was $7 a piece. I ended up selling this guy for $17 plus shipping. I had to take a bit less on him. He's worth closer to $30, but he had some condition issues. He's got a broken left thumb, if you can see that in the pics. So still some pretty good profit. I sold probably half of those G.I. Joes. I still have another 5 or 6 left. Nice profit. Ended up selling this 2005 Nerf Weather Blitz Green Foam Football. I picked this up about 2 weeks ago for $4 at a thrift store. Ended up selling it for $34.75 plus shipping. Look for these old Nerf footballs, guys. Some of them sell really well, really fast. I have sold some from the 80s for $50 and plus, so be on the lookout for them. Great sale. Alright guys, we're out here looking for stuff to sell online on eBay, Poshmark, Facebook Marketplace. I'm at a Value Village or Savers, and I see this Timex clock. They wanted $20.99 for it, which is too much. It still is a nice looking clock. So had it been priced cheaper, I might have picked it up. And here I am in the stationery aisle, and I see these Cricut cartridges. They can sell well. They wanted a little too much for it. $4.99 is too much. I'd pay like $1 or $2 for that and lot them all up, but at that price it's just not enough profit there, so I passed on them. Over here I see in the baggy wall this Bread of Life Bible Scriptures kind of little table item for $4.99. They go for about $20, and this one's a rare one. It's from the 1950s, and it was in pretty good condition, looked complete, so I picked it up. Figured it was small and easy to store, easy to ship. I head over to the board games. I'm looking for stuff to flip here. What can I see? Looking for the Cranium Island, or Caribou Island, I should say. Or any Dungeons and Dragons. There's a bunch of valuable games. Some of those old VHS games are worth big money too, so just looking up and down here, seeing if I see anything unusual. There seems to be a lot of inventory on the shelves, and I think it's because we're in garage sale season. A lot of toys on the shelves. Which is really good, right? To provide a lot of opportunities for us to find good inventory. I took a look at that R2-D2 on the bottom shelf there. It wasn't worth anything. I keep moving along here. That Buzz Lightyear up there, I do pick him up. He's not a valuable one, and he was in horrible condition. He was banged up, and just decided to pass on him. He was priced up to take a peek in the art, and I see this made in France barometer. They wanted $5.99 for it. I decided to pass on it, though. I see they weren't selling for, $15, so just not enough profit there, so I passed. But I head over to the end of this hallway, and in the stationery, or in the fiber arts, I found a collection of all these gold or cross-stitch kits, and well, that one sells for $50. They wanted $2.99 for it. Just crazy. I picked up 3 or 4 kits there and just checked them all to make sure they were worth money. On the junk aisle, I see this robotics kind of old vintage toy apparatus thingy, which does sell. I had no way of testing that, and they wanted $6.49 for it. If it was $2, I probably would have tried it. I'm at the Salvation Army now, and I see this line magnifier for $3.99. It's brand new sealed. It's from 1983. I figure I could get probably $15-20 for it, and those CD sleeves aren't worth anything. But I was taking a look at this cup, a milk glass cup. I decided for 99 cents to take it. It had some minor wear on it, and it looked really cool, so I grabbed it.
Alright guys, well, I'm back at the house here, and I've got all the stuff that I've picked up in the last couple days. And this is primarily from thrifting. So we'll start back here. I went to, I believe it was Savers or Value Village, and I got lucky with, you'll probably see in the earlier video, that there was a pile of these cross-stitch kits, and I love selling cross-stitch kits. This one sells for $50 plus shipping, and the sell-through rate is 100%. I paid $3 for this, so that is a nice flip. These other 3 are sealed. These 2 don't have a price history, although I think I could get at least $15 for them. I paid $5 for this one, $5 for this one. Back here's a Bucilla plaid, brand new sealed kind of craft kit. There is a comparable price of about $25 for this one, and I paid $3.99. So yeah, not bad finding. I love finding these cross stitch. That's why I always check the sewing section. Down here are some 5-finger Vibrams. If you're not familiar with these, you should be. They are very popular and they sell really well. I've sold them before. This is a youth pair, and I got it from Salvation Army for $10, which is pretty good. They're in really good condition. I'm probably going to price them at $32 and see if they sell. Down here at Savers or Value Village here, for $5, they had this Bread of Life kind of Bible reading scripture container, plastic container from the 50s, from the 1950s. And I saw one for sale on eBay, and they have it priced at $25. So I figured this one is actually older than the one online, and it's made in the USA. Looks really cool. So I decided to take a chance on that for $5. In this baggie wallet, Salvation Army was a line magnifier. This is brand new sealed, and I see these sell for about $15 online. I paid $4. And there's some CD sleeves in there, which are kind of worthless, but is what it is. Here's a Scotch stiletto or shoe for $1.99. Tape dispenser. Sold those before. I get about $15 for them plus shipping. This is an interesting cup. It is a Federal glass, so milk glass cup. Have no idea what I'm going to get for it. I took a chance on it. I paid 99 cents for this cup. I know I'll probably price it at $15 and see what happens. Back here is a bat. I paid $7.99 for this bat, or sorry, $6.99 for this bat, and I see comps around $60 for it. In this condition, maybe $50. Down here in the baggie wallet, Salvation Army for $5. There's 2 baggies, and they have these old Leviton covers. You know, they're probably from the 70s, I would think. You know, the wood grain covers for your plugs and switches. And I saw lots on eBay of those going for like $20 to $30. So I'm going to do a lot. I'll do a couple lots and maybe sell them for $30 a piece. So after that, I went to Salvation Army, and they actually had this sewing machine. And this brand, Pfaff, so it's a German brand, Pfaff, is an excellent brand to look after or to find, even if you find parts. I've sold FAF sewing machines before, they go for big bucks. So if you can find them, there's that brand, there's FAF, there's also Bernina and Elna, which they're all European brands. So they're based out of Germany. Elna, I believe, is Swiss. But if you find these machines, usually thrift stores don't price them up very high. This was priced at $40, but actually there was a coupon uh, this month that 40% off at Salvation Army for electronics only. So I actually only paid like 25 bucks for this thing. And I plugged it in. It came with the pedal, the cover. I don't have that displayed. And it works. I plugged it in. Everything works well. So this thing sells. There's comparables in the last month about $150 to $200 plus shipping. And it's heavy. I mean, they're built like tanks. They're built in Germany. And yeah, so be on the lookout for this brand. If it didn't work, I would be able to sell the parts. I would be able to part out the cover. I'd be able to part out the pedal, some of these feet, and even in here, see there's these apparatuses in here, these needles. They're worth money. So, and there's people looking for them. So that's always something to be on the lookout for. It's kind of a granny haul here. I got the cross stitch and I got the sewing machine, but I love selling these things, cross stitch and sewing stuff, because there's not a lot of competition too out there, right? Lots of people are going after video games and really the kind of sexy stuff, not kind of the boring stuff. So be on the lookout, be an everything seller, and don't just be stuck in your niche, because there's money to be made in all these other segments. So I want to thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate if you could, like, subscribe and all that stuff so I can kind of keep growing my channel a bit. Thank you so much. Good luck out there.